Today on the show, we're going to be talking about Steven's new power from the Gem Drill episode and what it could mean for the future of Steven Universe. So since the start of season 3, I think there are about 6 episodes out now, Steven's powers have been evolving very, very rapidly, and it's great to see because they're doing a lot of things with him that we could not have imagined him doing in season 1. His power in the Gem Drill episode, he seemed to be able to project himself into the cluster and communicate with it. So what does this mean at large for his powers? To understand Steven, we always have to look back at Rose. Now, Rose was a healer and a lover rather than a fighter. Yeah, she did fight, she fought in the rebellion, but she had a shield as her weapon, she had healing tears, and she could control plants. All of these things throughout history have generally been associated with healers and protectors, not fighters. I think Steven is also a healer because he was only able to access this power when the cluster was going through a crazy amount of trauma. The cluster was trying to communicate with Steven. It wanted to form, or it wanted to have some kind of form that was more than just a cluster of broken gems. It was also going through a physical amount of trauma by the drill that was going into it. The cluster was in pain mentally and physically, and that's when Steven was able to project himself into it. And he was able to communicate with the cluster, show it how to bubble, it bubbled itself, and then all of these broken gems got to know each other. Basically, to protect the cluster, he taught the cluster how to protect itself. The amazing thing is, this is exactly what Rose did for the crystal gems and exactly what Steven has done for Peridot and Lapis. Some of you may be a bit confused by this statement, so let me explain. Rose told Pearl that she was worth something, and Pearl felt like she was worth something when she was with Rose. Essentially, Rose taught Pearl that she was worth something so she could protect herself. Garnet was taught that Ruby and Sapphire's love for each other was fun and exciting and something to protect. And in turn, Garnet learned how to protect herself and protect her love. And Steven taught Peridot the value of thinking for yourself, the value of being your own person, your own individual, which Peridot had never even thought about doing before. Once you become your own person, you become a lot more aware of the things that are going on around you, and you begin to create your own ideals, which is something that Yellow Diamond didn't expect from Peridot, and Peridot clearly didn't expect from herself, but once she was able to do this, she was able to protect herself and stand up to Yellow Diamond. We have seen versions of this new power in the past, like when Steven would project himself inside of Malachite and he would actually see Lapis holding back Jasper. I think a very, very interesting thing about this power is that if Steven learned how to master it and project himself inside of gems at will, what would happen if he projected himself inside of his own gem? Would he meet Rose Quartz? Would that be something that could ever happen? Because I'm not saying that I want it to happen, I'm just saying that I really want it to happen. Or would he be able to learn the secrets of fusion that even the crystal gems don't know? Because while they use fusion, they don't really understand it. It's just something that they can do. Overall, I'm really, really excited to see where season 3 takes us. Steven's powers are evolving very, very rapidly, as we have seen in episode 6, but also he seems to be forming his own team of crystal gems and sort of graduating from Rose's crystal gems, his guardians. I would love to see Steven as a leader of his own rebellion, like we saw in Lapis's flashback. I think that would just be something none of us would have seen coming in season 1, but I also think it's not really Steven's style. I think the rebellion was more Rose's style because she had no choice. But Steven, I think he would find another way, and I'm kind of curious to see what his other way would be. Okay guys, that is it for today. So what do you think this power means for the future of Steven Universe? Please let me know in the comments down below. And also don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more history videos. And also don't forget to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter, support the show by checking out my Patreon if you want to see bigger and better and more history videos. And also don't forget to subscribe to my vlogging channel and check out my Superboy video that I did a few days ago. Currently doing a giveaway, so if you really want to enter that, subscribe to my vlogging channel because you have to do that in the giveaway and then go and watch my Superboy video. But for now, my name is Faust, this is an Exploring Comics, and it is super effective. Like, he's literally projecting himself inside of other gems. What would happen if he projected himself inside of a non-fused gem? Like, I'm curious to see what would happen then. Like, what would happen if he projected himself inside of Pearl? Would he meet all of Pearl's past forms? Because that's something that would be really, really cool. Like, I would love to meet all of Pearl's past forms, or would he get to learn a gem's history? Because again, that's something that's really, really cool, and all of the gems sort of have a past that is shrouded in mystery that I'm not sure Steven knows, even though he's been with them all of his life. He clearly doesn't know much about their past, which is an interesting thing, because whenever he asks, they answer. I just think it's not in his mind to ask. So if he projected himself inside of their gem, would he learn their past? I don't know, it's just a theory. And I'm excited to see where this power takes us, but it seems like it's not being used that much.